Donald Trump gave a speech at the ultra-Christian school, Liberty University, and naturally, he made an ass of himself.
And we're going to protect Christianity. And I can say that. I don't have to be politically correct. We're going to protect it. You know? And I asked Jerry and I asked some of the folks, because I hear this is a major theme right here, but 2 Corinthians, right? 2 Corinthians 3:17. That's the whole ball game. Where the Spirit of the Lord, right? Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. And here there is Liberty College, but Liberty University. But it is so true. You know, when you think, and that's really, is that the one? Is that the one you like? I think that's the one you like, because I loved it. And it's so representative of what's taken place.
Okay. It's 2 Corinthians, not 2 Corinthians. I don't know if you heard it there, but in the background there was a little bit of Christian laughter. And Donald, it's just sad. Stop it. Stop. You're Donald Trump. You are not religious in the least bit. We can tell, we can see it, we can smell it. I mean, you are the typical Gordon Gekko-esque character. You're a billionaire capitalist born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You wrote in your book about how, you know, you used to go to the strip clubs and see everybody doing drugs and sex was all over the place. And now you're like, oh, Jesus, I'm totally down, man. Let me tell you, I really believe this stuff. Let's go to 2 Corinthians. And have you guys read in Matthew? And what does Luke say? What does Luke? Anybody? Oh, Luke. It's Luke. Oh, okay. Donald, it's not you. It's not you. And I also love the beginning where he throws out, you know, I'm going to protect Christianity. I mean, I don't have to be politically correct here. Yeah, how bold. How politically incorrect of you. I will stand up for Christianity in a nation that is over 70% Christian. Over 90% of the American people celebrate Christmas. This idea of, like, you guys are under attack. Who the fuck took over? Did I miss? Is the army of Vishnu at the doorstep in Nebraska? What's happening? I don't get it. Did Odin take over and I didn't notice? So it's just ridiculous. Now, he tried to talk his way out of this. He was asked more about it. Let's see what he had to say.
One of the potential attack lines has to do with an answer you gave to Frank Luntz months ago when you said that you've never asked God for forgiveness. Do you regret making that remark?
No, I have great relationship with God. I have great relationship with the evangelicals. In fact, nationwide, I'm up by a lot. I'm leading everybody. But I like to be good. I don't like to have to ask for forgiveness, and I am good. I don't do a lot of things that are bad. I try and do nothing that's bad. I live a very different life than probably a lot of people would think, and I have a very very great relationship with God, and I have a very great relationship with evangelicals, and I think that's why I'm doing so well with Iowa.
I have a great relationship with God. You know, after I buy a company, load it up with debt, take the money, then go into bankruptcy court and make thousands of people lose their jobs and their livelihoods, I don't say a prayer, I don't ask for forgiveness, because destroying somebody's life, well, I mean, come on, they should have just go find another job somewhere else. Got nothing to do with me. So what, I got rich off of bankrupting your company and running out the back door with all the money. Whatever, I try to do nothing wrong. I do nothing wrong. I have a great relationship with God. People are being duped by this fucking guy. Isn't this amazing? Like, he's just he's such a fucking puppet. I mean, it's so clear he's the face of everything negative about America that other people see, the stereotypes of, like, they're super greedy, you know, we have shitty diets, it's fast food all the time. When you see Donald Trump, you see the embodiment of that. He even spoke about how he eats cheeseburgers and pizza, and he has the diet of an 8-year-old, like me, by the way, for the record, sometimes. And you know, he's just a capitalist buffoon, smarter than he thinks he's smarter than he actually is, authoritarian, and tells people what to do. And God, it's so sad to watch this guy thrive. And now he's He's saying things that are just on the surface ridiculous, as he's been all along, but the main point is it ain't going to affect him. I mean, I'm at the point now where it used to be, if he says something silly, don't predict that he's going to go down in the polls, because that, you never know. He might stay the same. That was the old thinking. He might keep his lead even though he said something ridiculous. Now the thought process is, when he says something ridiculous, he's going to go up in the polls, because that's what's happened 100 times before. But, he called Mexicans rapists. He goes up in the polls. He said ban all Muslims from entering the U.S. He goes up in the polls. He retweets a neo-Nazi graphic on Twitter. Even Bill O'Reilly calls him out and goes, a little too far here, buddy. He goes up in the polls. Now you have, Mr. Capitalist buffoon greed monster himself, greed monger himself, like, yeah, I'm a religious guy, I believe in Jesus a lot, let me tell you. You think that's going to affect him in a negative way? You think people are going to go, oh, come on, man, look at you. No, they're going to say, oh, yes, God and state together. It's wonderful. And an authoritarian fascist leader. You can't beat that. I'm going to vote for him.